I have a friend who is a huge Warhammer 40K enthusiast. He has multiple armies. At this point, his Space Marine collection, tabletop-wise and lore-wise, equals an actual chapter. And on top of that, his paint skills are beyond elite. Whenever I get the chance to play against his armies, I literally drop everything and immediately do it, because it's literally like we're looking at something out of White Dwarf. It's literally like we're peering through the warp, amazing terrain, amazing armies, enjoying a game. But the challenge is, maybe he plays 40K once or twice a year. The focus of his hobby, and this leads into the question, something that I've been thinking about more and more, and I have to wonder if and as Games Workshop evolves, are we going to start seeing more and more of this aspect of the hobby? Because certainly it exists. But back to my friend, the focus of his hobby is building, painting, and collecting. That entire aspect of the narrative. He doesn't really, it's not that he doesn't enjoy playing 40K. It's just not his focus. He's immersed in the Warhammer hobby without playing the game, without getting involved in the game. So this had me thinking, as I enjoy some more 40K content. And I was looking for my copy of Dark Future back in the far reaches of the Fritz cave, where I've just got stuff piled up that I generally know where stuff is, but not really. And I had found a number of my old Black Library, the old Space Marines Horus Heresy novels. And I knew I had them, but to find them again, I was like, wow, I'm gonna read these. I'm going to reread these and try to approach it from the perspective of Horus this time. And in doing that, I've been finding myself immersed more and more in that aspect of the hobby, that aspect of the narrative, which leads me to ask you and ask myself, as GW evolves out, I mean, certainly they're pushing out the miniatures, they're pushing out the game, they're doing limited releases. I mean, that is strong, and that is their massive revenue stream. I'm going to discount some of the apps and stuff you see with digital games. I mean, certainly that's a revenue stream. It's there to get brand recognition. But this shift now that I see towards, I want to say, expanded media, because certainly the Black Library books and the audio books have always existed. I mean, it was just a ritual to go down to Games Day every year when GW supported the community. We would go down to Baltimore, and as we're driving down there, just listen to Black Library audiobooks. I mean, that was part of like the bonding experience at the club. But I wonder, could one shift more to the grimdark experience through the narrative, through reading, through limited board games, exploring it that way? I mean, could you do grimdark? Could you do grimdark and never build a model? Never, well, maybe a snap fit model, but never build a model, never actually get up or caught up in that cycle of the 40K tabletop game. And as GW advances the script and their business plan, are we going to see those two sides of the hobby breaking off and really going and evolving in totally different directions?